This is the fastest and most efficient way to learn to speak a language. I'm talking about actually being able to speak the language, having conversations, not knowing a few words and understanding somewhat when you watch YouTube or playing with Duolingo. No. I'm talking about actual conversations, the ability to understand and speak the language fluently, without mental blocks, without having to stop and think about the grammar, none of that nonsense. I'm talking about real fluency. What's the best and fastest way to develop this skill? This is a question I get all the time by people who want to learn a language, actually be able to use the language as fast as possible, because time is limited and valuable. And people who are busy, successful, have things to do, they don't want to do 10,000 hours of comprehensible input with YouTube videos. They want results now. These people also tend to be disciplined and hardworking, so they're willing to do whatever it takes to actually get results. They'll do the work. And for these people who are willing to do what 99% of language learners want to do, my advice for these people is always the same. It's an exercise that is very difficult, frustrating. It can even be discouraging in some cases, but it's extremely effective. This is how all the best students study. And I'm not talking only about language learning, I'm talking about the best students. Medical school, anything science related, lawyers, they all use this technique. This is science-based. And in language learning, very few people use it, but it's a game changer. I'm talking about active recall. This is, according to neuroscience, the fastest and most efficient way to learn any kind of information. It's the most powerful thing you can do in language learning. And it's an extremely simple exercise. So instead of wasting your time doing so-called comprehensible input, watching thousands of videos or reading lots and lots of books, and I love reading books, by the way, I read lots of books, but you will not get fluent by reading books in any language. Trust me, I've tried. I'm not telling you not to watch videos, not to listen to podcasts, not to read books. Yeah, go ahead, do all those things if you enjoy doing them. But if you want to speak fluently, you need to do active recall. You don't learn to speak by watching, listening, or reading. You need to actively speak. And you need to actively train your brain to remember the language. You need to train your ability to retrieve the information when you need it. And of course, you need to do it fast enough. If it takes forever for you to form a sentence, you're not fluent. You can't have a conversation. You need to learn to think fast. And the best way to learn to think fast is to translate into the language with feedback. You do it really slowly, you suck at it, you get feedback, you made lots of mistakes, you try again with another sentence, and then with another one, and another one. And after a few thousand reps, you'll be way faster at it and you'll suck way less. You'll make much fewer mistakes. It's as simple as that. Translation plus feedback. As many reps as possible every single day. And of course, you should also talk to people if you have the chance. You should talk to native speakers and have real conversations. But if you struggle to speak because you are afraid of looking stupid or you are shy, this exercise is the solution. If you make all the mistakes at home on your own with AI correcting you, you won't be afraid of then speaking in front of people because you've said those sentences many times on your own and you know how to say them perfectly. You can say them automatically, without hesitation and without making mistakes because you've already made all the mistakes. This is the single best exercise you can do to improve your speaking fluency. If you're serious about language learning and you want to become fluent, you should be doing hundreds of reps of this exercise every single day. If you want to learn how to do this, check out my tutorial videos.